So y'all, I was thinking about this because I was eating, because I'm a fat ass and I eat food. Deal with it. Hello Space Cadets, just an unofficial white bitch here, and I'm here to tell you about my opinion on the whole eat what's in front of you, because there's children in Africa that could have been able to eat that. Here's my personal belief. If you, as a parent, like, let's say you feed your kids something like a salad that's the size of their head. Not their head, but their face. Okay. You feed them something that is the size of their face. They get full whenever they eat a portion that is the size of their palm. Just this part right here. Minus the thumb. And you see this and you get mad. You get annoyed because you feel like they just don't like what I'm making them and they want something else, but they're genuinely full. First time it happens, I can see, thinking maybe they're just being snotty, maybe they're being, or if it happens once in a while, and, you think they're just being picky, and maybe they are, because some people don't like everything that you like, even if it is your own kid. But if you continue to feed them something the size of their face every day, and every day they tell you they're full after they eat the portion that is only the size of their palm, if you then, as a parent, don't catch on and say, wait a minute, maybe I shouldn't be feeding them this much, and you instead reiterate that little thing, oh, well, kids in Africa could be eating it. Here's what you're doing to that kid. You're telling them that by them not eating what's in front of them, you're guilt-tripping them. You're blaming them for the problems that happen to a child that they've never met, that lives in a completely different economic climate, that lives in a completely different region. Yes, that's sad. Yes, it's sad that there's people and children in countries that are starving every day. And unless you, as that parent, are actually going to take the food your child doesn't eat and send it over to those countries, don't say that to your kid, because you're reinforcing a really fucked up thing. My belief is that if you continue to do this as a parent, your child is going to eventually force themselves to eat more than they can. They're going to stretch their stomach. Their stomach's going to remain stretched, and they're going to continue to eat more and more each time and stretching their stomach. And it creates this pattern which, if you stretch your stomach, you are also eating more than your body can usually digest, handle, and turn into nutrients and use. The unused portion, of course, turns to fat, and the kid can become overweight and very unhealthy. And not only that, even if they don't become overweight and unhealthy, they may end up having a very fucked up relationship with food. Another part of it may come from the adults around them and watching how they eat and wanting to eat just like their uncle and just like their aunt and just like their mom and just like their dad. I'm heavy, and I'm not blaming anyone for my eating habits as an adult and my exercising as an adult and all that. I'm not blaming anyone for that. Do I think that it started because of the behavior that I copied as a kid, or that I was influenced to do according to food as a kid? Yes, I do think that it started there, but after I became about 13, I should have fixed it. But I didn't have the motivation, and I really didn't know that a lot of people at 13, they're still getting taller, they're still getting, their bodies are still balancing out, and a lot of people can be heavy at 13 and be perfectly healthy by the time they're my age. And it's not necessarily because they go out and they work out a lot, or, they stop eating half of what they eat. Some people, it just works itself out. And everyone's different. I'm not saying that every person that the parent has said, oh, a kid in Africa could eat that, or, the other circumstances I brought up, is going to end up like that, or that they're going to end up like me. And I'm also not blaming my family, who loves me very much, for my own eating habits to this day, because I could have changed everything, as I said. And I'm still trying to. And it's my own fault now that I don't have a healthy relationship with food. I still don't believe I do. A lot of people don't. And there's people out there that are thin, that look healthy to everyone else, that don't have a healthy relationship with food either. So that's another thing I want to add to this video. You literally cannot tell what someone eats and doesn't eat, if they exercise or not, by how they look. Someone may have great muscle tone, and it may just be a genetic thing for them. or they may work out a marginal amount more than someone else in their family, because that other person could be fat because they have a lower metabolism. My family has skinny and heavy people in it, on both sides. And it just depends. But that's why I see these things like, I'm not going to sit here and like preach you and say fat people are beautiful, because I, for one, don't think that if someone is unhealthy that they're beautiful, whether it's fat or skinny. And I don't think that food makes you fat either. I don't think that food alone makes you fat. I think that you decide how much of the food you eat. At some point, you still make the decision to overeat. At some point, you still make the decision to undereat. And at some point, you still make the decision to not change your outlook on how you relate to food. I want to start eating healthier and I want to work out. And I don't want to do it alone, but maybe that's my brain coming up with an excuse. I don't want to do it alone because it would be nice to have a friend that is also like me, that if they want to get in shape, that we could kind of like be there if they want to, they feel like they feel a temptation and they want to come take a walk with me instead, or vice versa. And because everyone does the bored eating, the depressed eating. There's people that sit there, oh no, I don't do that. I don't do that. I try not to do that anymore. If I get depressed, I literally just cry for 3 hours, and then I sleep. And sleeping is bad, because it keeps you from getting things done, but it's not eating. And still, while you're sleeping, you're burning calories. So, it's not a lot of calories, but you're burning them. But anyway, yeah, I don't think it's right for parents to sit there and try and guilt their kid into eating too much, because they themselves can't catch on to, hey, maybe my kid just honestly doesn't have that big of a stomach because they're, 4? 5? I think we as adults forget what it's like to be younger sometimes too. So, although I'm not a parent, I am at that age where a lot of the people around me are. And a lot of the people, some of them, because they had their kids at like 17, 18, 19, their kids are 5, 6, or 7, or something. And they are dealing with, a kid that will need food, and they probably have come up with that adage once or twice. Also, if your kid says they don't like a certain thing, don't guilt them into liking it. Don't force them to eat it. Because whatever nutrient you think is in that food, you can find a way to get that nutrient to them, whether it be a vitamin supplement, which is a last resort, or it would be in a fruit instead of a vegetable. Just, all you have to do is look up your resources. Like, if there's a nutrient in a carrot that your kid really needs, and you think that the only way for them to get is a carrot, look online. Look at the nutrients on a carrot, and look at the nutrients on other vegetables and fruits. And I'm pretty sure you'll find something that is manageable. And thank you for watching. I'm not a dietitian, I'm not a nutritionist, and just, yeah, thanks for watching. I don't know why. But done, just done, unofficial white bitch. Welcome to my world, won't you come on it? But anyways, I wanted to do a YouTube video today saying about how it's really fucking hot, and also how I've been trying to put together a video. I've decided there's going to be a video that has Snapchats and Vines and bloopers in it, and I'm going to upload that, and I'm going to try and put, like, annotations in case the Snapchats and the Vines and things are hard to understand. I'm also going to link my Vine and annotations in that video, and my Snapchat if I can find a way to do that. If not, it's still going to be in my description. And I'm also going to try and do a video, and I'm probably going to be doing this in parts because I feel like I recorded quite a lot of footage, and I'm not going to have enough, time in one video to put it all, but I might chop it up and put it in one video, I don't know, of things that I've done so far this summer, and I don't know if I'm going to post that by summer. I'm still trying to find footage and things that will happen. If I put anybody in the videos, like there was a video I did a while ago with my cousin where we ate crickets, If you haven't seen that, I suggest you go look it up and watch it, because the crickets smell like fishing baits, but they pretty much weren't that bad. They tasted like, kind of like a flavorless sunflower seed. They didn't really have much of a taste to them. And, there's probably gonna be videos where it's gonna have a shot or two of them in it. There's gonna be, in the summer videos, I mean. They're gonna be called, like, Summer Things 1 and Summer Things 2, if I do them, I don't know. But, there's gonna be a part where I'm next to a river and a railroad bridge. There's gonna be a, fireworks type. There's gonna be a part where there's fireworks. And there's gonna be other things, I think. And also, I just want to try and post more regularly and try and keep up with everything better, because I know that I haven't done a lot of those. And I also don't mind doing videos that are shorter. And there's been times where I have filmed while I was out walking, while I was out hanging out with people, while I was doing something. And they know I'm making more videos. They know I have a YouTube, whoever it is, usually. And I don't bring them into the videos. I try and YouTube, like, I try and back up, because it's usually more than one person that I'm hanging out with, so they can talk amongst themselves, or they are, and I wait till they are, and then I go and film a portion of the video, or what's really pretty, or whatever, and here's what I did. If you're a vlogger, or you're videotaping, and you have a feeling, or you're not sure if the people are okay with being on camera, you're not sure if they're okay with being on your YouTube channel, then you shouldn't film them. So I am not exactly sure sometimes, so I try and film something else, because if I see something really pretty, I obviously want to capture it, and I want to say, look guys, this is where I live, this is how it looks, sometimes it looks really pretty. I don't want to miss it, and I don't want to let other people miss out on it, who may never have a chance to actually see it in person, who might want to see it in person. So I don't try and get people in videos, and sometimes you'll hear somebody yell at me, like, what are you doing, I'm like, oh, I just made a little video, and if you ever hear that, that's probably, my cousins, or, I call them my cousins because it's these two, they are my cousins, they live next door to me, and I hang out with them because, well, I'm bored, they're bored, and we just take walks and stuff, and it's, we take walks places, and sometimes there's some really nice scenery, and I like to catch it, but I don't know how comfortable they would be with people seeing them on my YouTube channel. The night that I ate crickets with my one cousin, she was okay with it. She knows that I don't have that many subscribers right now, and if you should ever see one of them in my YouTube video, and then find them on social media, don't be rude to them, because that would make me very angry, because they are not me. If you sit there and find them on social media and say this video is stupid, you're not even targeting the proper person. If you think my video is stupid, leave a comment saying, this is to the actual poster of the video, your video is done. I wish you wouldn't waste your time in your life like that, because honestly there are more important things to comment on and try and do things about, but whatever you want to do, just don't go out. Oh my god, basically if there's someone in my video, don't go looking, don't attack them. I don't care if you say anything to me, because I can ignore it. I have the type of mind where I can be like, oh, I don't care, and delete it. But some people don't. But thank you for watching, and yeah, I'm gonna try and, post all these things, and I have all these ideas in my head, but, yeah, ideas in my head, I have them. But yeah.